Hello, Internet. Sodom Malik here and Aaron here. I know you haven't seen this face in a while, but I had to talk about this because, I saw it in the news and I was just like, is Nickelodeon really doing this? But then they are, so let's talk about it. So, SpongeBob SquarePants Prequel TV show ordered by Nickelodeon. If you don't know who SpongeBob is, I don't know how you don't know who that is. I mean, it's freaking SpongeBob, you know? He was around for 20 years. He was huge, like in the late 90s, early 2000s. Had his first big movie. Then the series went on decline. Then it became a huge meme online with, it was the caveman SpongeBob, evil Patrick. Oh, yeah, Mr. Krabs. And then Squidward dabbing. It's beautiful. uh, Yeah, SpongeBob's had quite a long history, which last year, unfortunately, tragically, saw the death of Steven Hillenburg, the man who created SpongeBob, and it's been like 6 months since he's died. I'm like, damn, it's been that long. Jeez, rest in peace, Steven Hillenburg. I'm so sad, but you know what they say: the show must go on. It's Nickelodeon. They're not gonna let this series die. They're not just gonna let it just fade away. No, this is their cash cow. This is their big franchise that they still have going. So obviously they're trying out new things. And since this is the 20th anniversary of SpongeBob, by the way, it makes sense they'd be doing all these big announcements this year. And there's also another announcement, but I'll save that for another video. But we're talking about this prequel TV series. So let's read this. A new SpongeBob SquarePants prequel series has been greenlit by Nickelodeon. The cartoon series, focusing on the sponge that lives under a pineapple under the sea, started back in 1999 with Tom Kenny as the voice of the titular character. The character was a hit for Nickelodeon, that's an understatement, which resulted in 2 feature-length movies, video games, comics, and a TV series that's still running to this day. Over the years, SpongeBob SquarePants has gained a huge following among kids and adults alike. I think I remember back when it was first starting, like one of the big audiences for this was just like teens or like college students. I don't know why. It's one of those weird things. But hey, it worked. And the old seasons of SpongeBob, if you look back at them, they were pretty mature for Nickelodeon. Some of those jokes were pretty mature, which, was always great. Nickelodeon has had several successful shows during their time on the air, but SpongeBob SquarePants is no doubt one of their most popular. No, it's absolutely their most popular. I mean, sure, you've had shows like Fairly Odd Parents, which died, Jimmy Neutron, which died, tragically, Danny Phantom, which died tragically, Last Airbender was Avatar Last Airbender, probably the best show they've made since, SpongeBob came out, but then they had that awful movie. The 2012 Ninja Turtle series is really good. Rise of TMNT, I haven't seen much of it, but I've heard it's just okay, mostly. And of course, The Loud House, that was a hit. But yeah, none of them have been on the level of SpongeBob, obviously. After 20 years of the character's antics with his friend Sandy Cheeks, how come Sandy hasn't been a meme yet? That's so sad. Because Patrick's been a meme, Squidward's been a meme, Mr. Krabs has been a meme. Why not Sandy? Does she not have any meme? Oh, there is Texas. You could totally make that into a meme. Where is that meme? Someone needs to make it. Nickelodeon looks to be expanding the franchise even more than they already have. In the middle of February, I don't remember this. It was announced that Nickelodeon was developing SpongeBob spin-off shows, which were possibly going to go into give characters like Sandy or even Plankton their own show. The spin-off that really needs to happen? We need a Mr. Krabs spin-off. A Mr. Krabs spin-off would be interesting, although I don't know if people will be willing to watch Mr. Krabs basically be a greedy scumbag all day long who was willing to sell SpongeBob's soul for like 62 cents. That is just awful. That's an awful person. And he fired SpongeBob just to save a nickel. I don't know if I'd make a show about him Maybe a show about Patrick, although that might wear out fast because comic relief characters, I know comic relief characters should never have their own show. Planet Sheen, I'm looking at you. Now, it looks like Nickelodeon is officially moving forward on one of these spin-offs. Oh, yeah. According to Deadline, the spin-off under the working title Kamp Koral has been greenlit by Nickelodeon. The show will start off with a 10-episode season that will chronicle the life of a 10-year-old SpongeBob who attends summer camp. Yay, I guess. SpongeBob who attends summer I already read that. The official synopsis hasn't been revealed yet, but the prequel will follow the young SpongeBob having fun at camp with his friends while they swim in Lake Yucky Muck, build bonfires. Are we gonna sing the campfire song? You better sing the campfire song. If you don't, we're gonna have some problems. And of course, go jellyfishing. The show is said to begin production this month. Yada yada yada. Isn't this basically total drama-rama? Isn't this just the same thing? It's literally the same thing. It's just take these characters who are adults. Though that's questionable with SpongeBob. He definitely doesn't act like an adult. But they're all adults. Turn them into kids. Same thing they did with Total Drama Island. They turn all these teenagers and turn them into basically toddlers for Total Drama Rama. Same thing. So, Nickelodeon, you thought you were slick, but I caught you. Caught you in your act. While Nickelodeon is planning SpongeBob's first ever spin-off series, they also look to continue the film side of the franchise. Yeah. They're making a new movie, third movie. And third movie called the SpongeBob movie, It's a Wonderful Sponge. It's also said to be an origin story about Bikini Bottom. The film was thought of to be about SpongeBob meeting his friends at Kamp Koral, but now that this prequel series has been announced, the plot of the movie could slightly change. I don't know about that movie, the origin of Bikini Bottom. I don't know how that would work out. Would that even have SpongeBob? Because I'm pretty sure Bikini Bottom was there before SpongeBob was around. Or maybe this is when SpongeBob first moves to Bikini Bottom. And then we see him meet all his friends. I think that's what might happen. But considering the title, It's a Wonderful Sponge, it's probably going to be some cliche thing where SpongeBob... I think I remember... Oh, there's this thing that was around. What if SpongeBob was gone? Like little shorts like that. Maybe it could be like that. Where it's just like, what if SpongeBob wasn't around? This is how everything would be. You know, if you weren't born. Basically Shrek Forever After. The fourth Shrek. But I don't know. They could go in any other direction. I didn't expect Sponge Out of Water to be what it was. Definitely didn't expect that. So they could pull an ace up their sleeves. You know, with this movie. But we'll see. With this year marking the 20th anniversary of SpongeBob. Yeah, I knew that. It's no surprise that Nickelodeon is expanding the franchise. The franchise has become incredibly lucrative for Nickelodeon, who has seen competition from streaming services in recent years. Some might be disappointed that another SpongeBob character won't be the center of the first spinoff, but focusing on a young SpongeBob is likely a safer bet for Nickelodeon. It's also likely that the more movies and spin-off shows could be released in the coming years if Kamp Koral does well. Needless to say, SpongeBob SquarePants doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. So yes, Kamp Koral, basically Nickelodeon's version of Total Drama Rama. Basically, young SpongeBob and friends, because that's what you do with a lot of cartoon characters. You just turn them into kids for some reason. I mean, was it what? I'm trying to remember some. They used to do this all the time. I heard, like, I think they did the Flintstones. They did they did the Flintstones like this. They did trying to remember, what was it? It's been a while, because this was like a thing they used to do like in the 90s and the 80s. It's like a bygone thing now, but it's now coming back. It's making a comeback. Let me look it up. Cartoons that... I'm using this on a laptop right here. You see that? That's why I'm doing this on. Cartoons that turned Not in the movies. Oh God, no, we're not going there. Um, Cartoons that turn into humans. Oh no, that's one of those weird. Look at this character. Look at SpongeBob in real life. Those are horrifying. Don't ever look at those. Cartoons turned to anime. Fantastic. But and into memes. Can't forget about memes. Characters into kids. There's Tiny Toons. There was one. Tiny Toons. I think there was another one, but I think the only reason why I know that show is because they had like Daffy Curse. It's on YouTube if you want to look at it. Into kids. How many did they make? Da, 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 da. Well, this isn't explaining anything. You know what? Never mind. Point is, this is happening whether you like it or not. Whether you if you're a diehard SpongeBob fan, you know what? Actually, my accent. If you are a diehard SpongeBob fan, what do you think of this? Do you think this is a good thing? Think this is a bad thing? Do you think Nickelodeon is just being desperate at this point? What are your thoughts? Do you think this will be any good? I mean, this could have some potential as long as they have good writers and they know what they're doing. But yeah, that's what I think about this. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, and yeah, that is all. And I am out.